Hi, this is Matt, MaxAir29 YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do my first unboxing video. I have here a Tiger EB4 G3 8 scale electric brushless buggy, and let's get unboxing. This is ready to run. Comes with everything except for the batteries. Oh, this is something else. So, what do we got here? A lot of cardboard. And some more cardboard. And let's see. I kind of lied, I already opened the box. And took the body pins out. And I got the yellow body. I'm not too fond of the body style, but you know, whatever. And let's see here. Looks like I got some tire wraps to cut. Should have been more prepared. Okay, so So, pretty much, I've had the MT4 G3 before, and this is a very similar style. This aluminum chassis with this top cover plate that holds everything in. It's not the greatest design, but it works. So I'm just going to pretty much go through from maybe front to back. So we got here just a normal buggy style bumper, and it looks like it covers the little bushings that hold the hinge pins in for the A-arms. That's kind of protected, and it's no E-clips on this thing, I believe, whatsoever. It's all captured ends. So if it's anything like the MT4, everything should be fairly durable. It's got, looks like 4mm shock towers, aluminum. Some pretty nice beefy shocks, aluminum shock caps. And it's got here an aluminum upper plate. And it's got steel, looks like CVDs for the drive shaft in the front. Steel drive shaft from the spare gear to the back. Composite spare gear. It's got the same servo in the MT4. It's this Ace RC 2008 MG. I think it's like 108 inch ounces. It was way weak in the MT4. I'm hoping it'll be sufficient for this, even because it's got smaller tires and everything. So probably something I'll have to upgrade. It's got some pretty beefy turnbuckles. These tires are kind of like, I'm trying to remember the name of those, Pro-Line ones, but just some basically, they're kind of a hard compound, but they got some fairly good style, off-road style tread on it. Just a pretty generic looking wheel, and see, it's got an adjustable servo saver here. Looks like it's all the way down. Probably want to tighten that up a little bit. And let's see, it's got the Ripper 2000 kV motor, just like the MT4. And what else does it have? It has the Ace RC speed controller. Looks kind of like a hobby wing style. This one's an 80 amp. And it's not censored. It's all sensorless design. Let's see. It's got the same. It's got dog bones in the rear. No CVDs in the rear. CVDs up front. It is 4-wheel drive, of course. It's got nice thick turnbuckles in the back. And then, like I said, aluminum shock towers, aluminum shocks. And again, it's captured hinge pins in the rear again. So, wing feels pretty sturdy. It's not black sand, it's actually a Proline style wing. Anyway, so that's it. Very similar to the MT4. Only thing I have to compare it to when I started driving this is a Offna Hyper 9E, which I had, and it was a really nice buggy. Sold it to get the MT4. Sold the MT4 because I thought I'd like to go back to a buggy again for a while, just to try something different. So we'll see how it goes. I don't have any racing experience to compare to any racing buggies. And you'll be seeing some videos of this thing coming up pretty soon. We'll just continue going through the box. Has the same Dean's connector. Oh, by the way, Dean's. It'll be Dean's style. These might not be official Dean's connectors. I'm not sure. These banana plugs are on this little series adapter for putting 2 batteries in series. Comes with a bunch of, looks like shock spacers. You have to put the collars on. It doesn't have threaded shock bodies. Looks like some different toe blocks for the front and back. Oh, forgot to mention, pillow balls. It does have pillow balls. I don't know any difference between what's better or worse between these and C-hubs. I've had a lot of vehicles with pillow balls and they seem to be just fine. I know there's a lot of adjustability with them. I don't know if they're more durable or not. To me, it's just one or the other. It doesn't really matter. Comes with a universal wrench, 17 millimeter for the hexes, and just some basic, like, looks like 5.5, 7, 10, and 8 millimeter. Oh, I forgot to mention too, 17 millimeter hex is just traditional buggy style. And here's a bunch of manuals. Manual for the motor, manual for the speed controller, manual for the radio, antenna tube, and let's see, antenna tube, so must have a radio in this box. Wow, look at that. This is exactly the same radio that came with the MT4. It's a Cougar PS3i. And I can hear my wife yelling at the kids for something in there. Anyway, it's a 2.4 gigahertz radio. It looks like it is 3-channel. Yeah, PS3i 3-channel radio. It's a pretty good radio. It's 10 model memory. It takes 8 batteries, but it looks like you can probably put some kind of lithium battery in there if you want later. I already have other radio, so I may not keep this. I don't know. But it's a good radio. I mean, if you don't have anything and you want to get started in buying these receivers and stuff, it's not a bad start. But like I said, 10 model memory, it's programmable and everything. One thing that's kind of cool is you can turn the display on and do your programming, and then you can actually turn the radio on. So you can actually don't have to worry about accidentally doing something while you're programming, have the thing take off on you. And then one thing I don't like about the receiver is it's got this long antenna, and I don't know why it needs to be this long. I will typically just fold it up and tie wrap it to the servo wires here, and I've never had reception issues doing that in any vehicle I've ever driven. I do that with all my stuff, and I drive as far as I can see any of my cars. So that's just what I do. I never even put antenna tubes on them. I don't even have them sticking up at all. So anyway, that's that. And let's see, 13 tooth pinion gear, 50 tooth spur gear composite. It's got differentials in the front, middle, and rear. I haven't opened it up. Probably have to make sure it at least has grease in there. Probably put some kind of oil in it. like I said, I'm just going to be bashing, so I just basically want some kind of lubrication. I don't really care about tuning it. The shocks feel actually really good. I'm not a suspension expert, but it feels pretty good. Mainly just going to be bashing it. Like I said, it's aluminum chassis. I believe it's 3 millimeters. There are no chassis braces on this thing at all. It kind of relies on this plastic tub that's bolted to the chassis to act as a chassis brace, attaching this to the rear bulkhead with this little bracket, which isn't going to be much. And in the front, there's not much at all other than that steering post there. So I don't know how I'm going to try to maybe make some kind of bracing across that. I don't know. I'll think about it. May not be a big deal. I'm not super hardcore, so I may not even have a problem with the chassis bending. It's all hex hardware, and just from experience with this brand, I'm going to go through and make sure that, well, I don't think they could have done on this one here. On my MT4, they swapped kitty corner CVDs front to back, so the one of them kept popping out, and I just realized that they're shorter in the front, so it's actually popping out because it was installed on the rear. I fixed that, and after I fixed that, it never caused another problem. And the only thing I had was the pins and the CVDs would wear out pretty quick, and that was with those big tires in the MT4 probably caused some of that problem. It was mainly just the rear, and this has dog bones in the rear, a lot of smaller tires, so it may not be a big deal there. And so some things to go over if you get this kit: Loctite. Loctite the grub screw that holds the pinion gear in. I would Loctite the screws that hold the, I don't know what you call these, the CVD, you know, the output cup onto the drive of the differentials. I'd Loctite those grub screws down that hold those into place. I would Loctite inside these hex adapters. There's a scrub screw that attaches the cross pin into the axle. That screw will back out, and then I would Loctite those down. And oh, what else is there? I can't think of it all, but like I said, I'll be doing videos and other reviews on this thing as I drive it, give you some feedback on durability and everything and how it drives. So anyway, don't know what else to say. My very first unboxing of a RC car, very first time I've ever taken out of a box and not driven it in 5 minutes. So anyway, I hope you're excited as I am about getting this thing. It's raining like cats and dogs here in Washington, so it may be a little while until I can drive it. Anyway, thanks for watching.